Level 1, the Blue Lantern. You're a street kid looking for protection. You grew up watching suited men walk into tea houses while everyone else stepped aside. You deliver envelopes between narrow alleys. You carry tea trays during late-night sit-downs. You stand outside karaoke bars watching for cops. Nobody knows your name. You are invisible. Senior brothers barely look at you. You make about $150 a week, sometimes only food and a place to sit. If you speak out of turn, you get slapped in front of everyone. That means shame. That means no promotion. You hear rumors about recruits who got pinched and never returned. Some are deported. Some disappear after raids in Kowloon. The police mark your face on street cameras, and suddenly you feel hot even when doing nothing. A senior whispers, "Stay quiet and you survive." You repeat it like a prayer. You are present, but you do not exist. Sun Yeon runners once worked these same streets, carrying messages no one else could trace. How do you move up? You stay silent when officers question you and never mention the Brotherhood. Level 2, the 49. You're no longer invisible. Your number is written down, and people recognize you when you walk into crowded markets. You collect gambling debts from smoky back rooms. You escort VIP gamblers through neon-lit streets. You move counterfeit watches between stalls before sunrise. You stand strapped outside nightclubs, pretending not to notice rival crews watching from across the road. Blue Lanterns answer to you now, but red poles still command every move. You earn around $600 a week, maybe $2,000 a month if hustles go well. Cash feels heavy, but risk feels heavier. If you lose money during a collection, you pay it back yourself. That means debt. Debt means beatings behind closed shutters. Anti-Triad officers photograph your tattoos and add your name to a file. You are on paper now. The streets feel smaller. A brother says, "You finally belong," but belonging costs blood. Woshing Wo soldiers once held this same role, visible muscle guarding nightlife districts while bosses stayed clean. Then one night, during a tense collection run, a senior tests your loyalty as rivals circle the block. You don't run, you hold your ground. That decision changes everything and pulls you deeper into a world that never truly lets you leave. Level 3, the White Paper Fan. You stop throwing punches and start thinking. You sit in a dim office above a noodle shop counting thick stacks of cash while ceiling fans spin slowly. You arrange coded messages between crews and schedule quiet sit-downs where nobody raises their voice. You track weekly earnings from mahjong rooms and decide which businesses stay clean. Soldiers still look tougher than you, but they wait for your numbers before moving. You earn around $6,000 a month, sometimes more when profits spike. If the books come up short, they assume you're skimming. That means interrogation. That means pain behind locked doors. Phones feel hot. Friends feel temporary. A senior brother mutters, "Brains keep you alive longer than fists." You start believing him. Real White Paper Fans once managed Triad finances while avoiding street heat, balancing loyalty and survival every single night. Level 4, the Red Pole. Violence becomes your language overnight. You lead crews during nightclub fights where broken glass covers the floor. You intimidate shop owners who refuse to pay protection and patrol crowded streets strapped beneath your jacket. You train younger 49ers how to stand, how to watch, how to strike fast and disappear. Now you have power over dozens of soldiers, but the Dragonhead still decides your fate. Money jumps to about $12,000 a month plus bonuses after successful runs. If you fail a job, you lose face. Losing face means rivals test you immediately. Knife scars become normal. Police surveillance photos spread through the station like trading cards. A brother whispers, "Respect arrives when fear enters the room." During past Triad clashes in Simshatsui, red poles held front lines while bosses watched from distance. Then one night, a rival crew ambushes your convoy, and your reaction catches leadership's attention. Level 5, the Incense Master. Ritual replaces chaos as you move into quieter rooms filled with smoke and whispers. You organize initiation ceremonies behind hidden restaurant doors and burn incense while recruits kneel before ancient symbols. You oversee loyalty oaths, maintain secret membership lists, and settle disputes before violence spills into the streets. Even red poles lower their voices around you now. Your income climbs to nearly $15,000 monthly plus ceremonial gifts slipped into red envelopes. If a ceremony leaks to the feds, blame lands on you instantly. That means exile. Sometimes disappearance. Ancient traditions mix with modern paranoia, and every chant feels heavier than the last. Someone says, "The ritual binds you tighter than chains," Historical Triad initiations carried coded references to brotherhood myths, reminding members that loyalty comes before life itself. You prove you can control both fear and tradition. This is level 6. Level 6, the Vanguard. You stop following orders. You give them. You walk into private rooms where captains stand before you instead of beside you. You manage multiple gambling dens across crowded districts and decide which crews move weight on which streets. You meet restaurant owners to negotiate protection deals and assign red poles to enforce territory lines when someone refuses to kick up. Soldiers answer directly to you now, but the Dragonhead watches every decision from a distance. You pull in nearly $50,000 a month, cash hidden through clean fronts and silent partners. If profits drop, leadership assumes weakness. Weakness invites replacement. That means rivals testing your authority in public. Plainclothes officers follow your car through traffic and neighbors start asking questions. Your family feels the heat even when you try to keep them separate. A brother tells you, power feels heavy when everyone wants your seat. Regional Triad controllers once ran entire nightlife zones like small kingdoms, balancing fear with loyalty while staying one step ahead of the feds. Then one night, everything shifts. Phones stop ringing. Streets go quiet. You sense the storm before it arrives. Level 7, the Crackdown. You wake up to flashing lights bleeding through the curtains of your penthouse. 2 words, police raid. At 10 a.m., officers breach trap houses across the city and seize ledgers stacked with coded names. At 2:15 a.m., a trusted 49 flips and gives statements that make your phone burn in your hand. You smash burner phones on the marble floor and call your lawyer before the sun rises. Enforcers rush to secure cash from hidden wall safes while drivers circle the block looking for tails. The feds freeze nearly $2 million in assets overnight, turning months of work into numbers on a seizure form. Suddenly you are hot. Everyone is hot. If you panic and run, border alerts trigger instantly. That means extradition. That means years inside a concrete box. You sit at the table and think fast. Short breaths. Short choices. No mistakes. A senior whispers, in one night, kings become suspects. Hong Kong anti-triad crackdowns once targeted entire networks at once, forcing leaders into silence while informants traded loyalty for reduced sentences. You realize power means nothing when the system closes in. Lawyers argue. Phones stay silent. Trust disappears. You decide to stay and rebuild instead of running, knowing the next move will define whether you rise higher or vanish like the blue lanterns you once watched from the shadows. Level 8, the Mountain Master. You operate in silence while others chase headlines. Meetings move from noisy clubs to quiet offices above luxury restaurants. You negotiate alliances during tense sit-downs where every smile hides a threat. You approve territory expansions and decide which crews stay clean and which ones get clipped from the circle. Hundreds operate beneath your decisions now, but the Dragonhead still watches from the highest seat. You earn nearly $120,000 a month through clean fronts, shell companies, and silent partners who never say your name out loud. If you show weakness, ambitious red poles challenge you immediately. That means internal war. Sleep becomes rare. Every car behind you feels like surveillance. Every stranger feels strapped. Lawyers brief you about new laws targeting organized crime, warning that one mistake could turn a business dinner into a courtroom nightmare. A senior brother says quietly, the higher you climb, the fewer people you trust. Deputy bosses in old Triad factions survived by staying invisible while others took the spotlight, moving power through whispers instead of fists. Then one morning, the Dragonhead disappears without warning, leaving a vacuum nobody else can fill. The room turns toward you. This is level 9. Level 9, the Dragonhead. You control everything, and nothing feels safe anymore. Orders travel through coded messages while captains wait for your approval before moving weight across districts. You decide who gets promoted, who gets cut off, and who gets sent to handle problems no one else wants. Millions flow through offshore accounts, and your cut climbs past $500,000 a month, cash hidden behind clean investments and loyal accountants. Everyone answers to you now, but betrayal can come from anywhere, even the brother pouring your tea. If you misjudge a deal, rivals strike fast. That means bullets in crowded streets. That means headlines you can't erase. You remember carrying tea trays as a silent blue lantern while nobody noticed you standing in the corner. Now every camera searches for your face. Paranoia grows heavy. Family dinners feel staged. Your phone never truly turns off. Someone whispers, kings don't retire. They disappear. Across history, Triad leaders rose quietly and fell even faster when feds built cases or lieutenants flipped to save themselves. You stay at the top until a massive investigation locks you behind bars, until a rival ambush ends everything outside your favorite restaurant, or until one of your own trades your name for freedom. You started as a kid watching suited men walk into tea houses while everyone stepped aside. Now you are the name people lowered their voices to mention. This is the life you chose.